Hello, everyone. I think we're live. I think we're live. Hey, everyone. Happy post-Christmas week. Mike and Danny here again. Quit Sugar Summit is only 2 weeks away. Actually, less than 2 weeks away. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, Mike. How you doing?
I'm excited. I said it's like always at the end here, like new speakers coming on. I mean, I don't know why people wait. They're like, well, maybe. Then all of a sudden we get these rush of speakers at the end and pushes it up towards 50 speakers. I'm like, oh my God.
If not more, right? Yeah.
I think it might be over. We might have gone over for the first time.
Yeah, we're having some incredible response and so much fun. I've had a couple really awesome interviews this week. I can't wait for you guys to dive into on Summit Week. It's been so much fun behind the scenes. This is go time for us. We're doing a lot behind the scenes, getting everything organized and ready for you guys, but we're loving it. And it's such a great way to kind of slide into the new year. And we're hoping that you guys you had a great holiday. I know it's kind of still that limbo week or that holiday vibe, at least that's what I'm feeling. But, we're heading into a fresh new year and a fresh new start for so many of us. And we're, beyond honored that you're here watching this video. If you're watching the replay or watching live, and you're curious about getting off of sugar and you're curious how to do that. And, you're going to be blown away by the speakers and the summit and how much fun we're all going to have as a community. That's one of the things that I really noticed. It was my first year on the summit last year, but the community, I mean, even here on this Facebook page, I mean, the comments below this video, and Mike and I are going to be going live probably every day during the summit week. So stay tuned for that. But just seeing everybody's comments and your support and connecting with each other, I mean, that community and knowing that we're not alone in this is the power of the summit. So grateful for all of you. And yeah, I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting crazy. I mean, the folks are writing us. We got a bunch of the new testimonials we're going to upload for last year's summit. It's like amazing. So many people have started their journey to sugar freedom from the summit. That's the rewarding part of it. They end up like, when they talk to us later, I found you on the summit. I look at this on the summit, this on the summit. You know what I mean? I found this person. They write nice thank you letters. It's really, I mean, the science combined with the coaching, I think is what we've created this nice blend where all these great high level educators, they tell what they've been studying in their laboratories for, years, decades, some of them. And then on the other side, we've got the coaches and the people who've gone through it, both people who've had the issue themselves and people that train others to walk out of it. All right. And that's that blend is, we just keep, I think, perfecting that blend of people on the summit. And that's what makes it so exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I've loved it. I love that everybody comes with their own view as well. Right. I think that's one of the really powerful things. We try very hard not to be a biased summit. We're not saying there's one way to get off sugar. They're not saying there's one way to do it or how it should look or what your unique body needs, but we bring you all these experts that you get to tune in and listen to and decide if what they're saying really resonates with you or not. And there's really something for everyone because we are all so unique in our approach, and what we need and our lifestyle and the type of people and energies that we connect with. So it's really, it's really fascinating. And some of our speakers say, things that are counter to each other, right? Like one will, say, this is how you do it. And the other says, this is how you do it. And it's really, I think that's how we stay unbiased, is really opening up to the truth that there's no one way and there's no one truth. And we can bring all these people with the same mission, just educating about sugar and finding a way to get a hold of it or get it out of your diet. And, that's really what bands everybody together, but they all have a different technique with it and a different style and different research and different things. So I love that. I love that it's like so diverse and there's something for everyone. So I want to shout, before you say that, I want to shout out to Carolyn and Mama Bear. I love that. I just have to say that Mama Bear, I love that name. From New Zealand. We've got some New Zealand watchers with us. So I just want to say hi, guys. Woo! And actually, where's everybody from? I love that. I mean, one of the things about the summit is so cool that we're literally from all over the world. So let us know in the comments below where you're from. It's pretty cool to connect. The Mama Bear and Carolyn are connecting from New Zealand there in the comments. I love that.
We have a lot of people speakers from all over the world. One of the things we're finding on the summit is that exactly what you said, is that biochemically people are different. and they need different approaches. They need different diets. One of the things we've always done is we tried to stay agnostic or switchable and neutral on the diets. People are vegetarians and meat eaters or keto folks, whatever. And so it's been interesting, to say the least. There has been, like you say, a little bit of difference of how each speaker approaches it, but it's from their experience with either clients or a lot of them from lab tests and exams and research. And so you get to hear a little bit of it. But at the bottom line, I think they all agree that everybody needs to cut down on sugar. Bottom line, everybody needs to cut back a little bit. Some people, I love the term now that we're developing up here, is harmful use. Some people are in a stage of harmful use, and they could cut back or eliminate it for a little bit of time and go back to it. Some people are traditional substance use disorder type addicts, and biochemically, when they ingest it, they just can't do it anymore. So, and some people have found that piece. So it's just, and then of course there's the normal people who can leave half a brownie on a plate and never come back to it. I'm like, who are these people? I'm not one of them. I don't know. So
yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm seeing some of the comments come in. We've got some amazing people here. Thanks for posting where you're from. Keep it coming in the comments. We got Pennsylvania, Austin, Texas, Kansas. So it seems like we've got the US and New Zealand represented here. Okay, who else? I know we've got more countries out there.
We have speakers from South Africa, from Tasmania, from Australia, from Sweden, from Great Britain, from the United States, from Canada. We have speakers from all over the world.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Thank goodness we can do this virtually, hey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People are asking, though, like, when are you all going to get together? Speakers especially, they're asking, when are we just all going to be in the same room? That happened to me yesterday. Like,
yes, we were just chatting about that yesterday.
Yeah, when are we all going to be in the same room? And it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and if we get enough support from you guys, maybe, in the next couple of years, we'll plan an in-person summit. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Always the goal. It was always the goal. Until 2020 hit, it got sidelined a little bit. But we're building up to it.
Yeah. And this is such an interesting time of year. I don't know if everyone watching is noticing this. I'm really noticing the shift. Maybe it was the full moon yesterday, but also just like there's some energies going around, some shift as we're literally turning off a year and sliding into a new one. And I know for one, I'm going to be doing some clearing and letting go of some of the stuff from 2020. I bet we've all got a whole bucket or suitcase load of things that we just want to leave in 2020, let go of, release, and kind of start fresh. It's kind of a really neat time of year to do that. I was just actually chatting with a client before this call, and we're chatting about her, New Year's resolutions kind of, and we're reflecting on that. This is actually going to be the first year in many years that I'm personally going to actually sit down and do some serious goal setting. I don't like calling them New Year's resolutions. I do my own version of goal setting and reflecting. But in the past, I've always really resisted it. And I don't know if anyone can relate with that. I always just I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't believe that certain goals should be at a certain time of year. I do set goals, and I have a system that I use throughout the year to do that. But this year I'm feeling really called. I'm feeling like there's some very some specific energies here around sort of letting go of 2020 and having a fresh, clean slate and setting some good goals, both personally and in all areas of life. So I'm on board with all of you guys this year. I choose New Year's goals instead of resolutions, but call them whatever you want. It's such a good time to just reset. But don't forget to also reflect. I just want to call this out because I'm going to spend a good chunk of time. I've got some time actually scheduled on New Year's Eve to do this, to really soak in 2020, because as painful as 2020 was, we all learned something. We all did get to grow. We all did get clarity, even if it was painful clarity. There is so much that growth that happens when we go through collective struggle and pain, if you're willing to look for it and, just put on that lens and ask that question, like, what came out of this? What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about the work that maybe I still have to do with my relationship with sugar, right? Maybe it was amplified because of all of this global stress and fear. And maybe you thought you had a handle on it, now you don't. Actually, was speaking with one of our speakers, Joanna Wilcox, a week or two ago, and that's what she noticed this year. She thought she had it under control, and this year really threw her loop. So such a great chance to reflect and really focus on, you know, what you did learn and what you did gain out of this year, instead of thinking about all the bad stuff that happened, right? There's so much good in it if we choose to see it, and then using that as to propel you into what you want next for 2021. So there's my little words of wisdom for all of you.
Yeah, I heard a little meme the other day that for the first time in history, 2020 finally is hindsight.
Yeah.
It's freaking history. It's gone. It's gotten past. And I think a lot of the stuff that you're talking about has to, you know, a lot of people, they didn't really, at least I found, and folks that we've talked to, is that they never really, they weren't too introspective. That wasn't a thing they did, you know. Yeah, they did their resolutions. You know, they got the same thing: save some money, lose some weight, you know, like that. Eat better. They write that stuff down, but they didn't have a time like we did in 2020 where basically you couldn't do anything. You had to be around your house, and you know, you had time on your hands, right? Sometimes it was stressful, it was money and stuff or whatever, but you had time on your hands, and people really, and combined with, they went to their go-to stuff, right? They went to their whatever. If they were drinkers, they went a little more drinking. But the people that use sugar, they went to sugar, and you know, they gained some weight. You know, they've gotten a lot of names for it now, the pandemic 15 and the, you know, the lockdown weight, and they got a lot of funny names for it. But in reality, people, you know, the stress, they went to their go-to, and they've now started to realize that it's not like something that was just go to the grocery store, go to the convenience store, go at the snack bar at work. Now they could see it. They had to buy it, and then they had to eat it, you know, so they can see it right in front of their face. They can see the receipts. They can see the whole thing. It's all. And so this introspection was a really good thing for them. And they're really looking to explode into 2021 and change. And we're going to set you up so good. I mean, your life of sugar will never, ever be the same by watching this summit. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, so incredible. I love that you bring that up. And I would actually love to call to all of you watching live. I can see so many of you here with us, and I love seeing the comments. We've got Canada, we've got Aussie as well supported. So we're good. We're global here. You know, can you relate to this conversation? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Just post a yes if you really struggled or noticed, you know, this disposition to leaning towards food through this tough year that we've had. You know, has that been highlighted for you? Say yes in the comments, and let's start this journey. And first step is really admitting what's going on, right? And admitting these patterns. So let's own up to it together.
Let's use it as a positive, really genuinely. Like, it sucked, and everybody went through it together. But use it as a positive. Use it as something that spurs you forward to better things. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the perfect timing for the summit. I'm so excited that it's in January here, so that you guys can get us a little bit of a head start on the year. And then come January 11th, we're there to support you, you know, with this incredibly powerful knowledge. You know, we were chatting a little bit yesterday. Mike and I were recording a podcast interview with one of our speakers, Kathy Orman, which was really incredible. And, you know, she asked us what some of the main takeaways were for most people from the summit. And, you know, Mike and I both agreed it was this real deep sense of personal awareness around what's going on with food, but also the clarity and motivation to actually take action on it. I mean, there's one thing just to absorb all these amazing speakers, but the next thing is who's going to step up and take action and actually implement things and try something new. And I think just the momentum and the energy of this summit, I mean, it's such an intense week, you know, is something that, like Mike said, will literally shift your brain chemistry forever. Like, you cannot unlearn it, which is a good thing. You know, we can only keep our heads in the sand for so long until it really starts affecting us. And I mean, the fact that you're watching this right now tells me that, you know, you're ready to take your head out of the sand or learn a deeper level or to really figure out what maybe hasn't worked for you and why in the past. So
we got a little bit for everybody. Some people need motivation, and we have a lot of stories of people that lost 100 pounds, people that, and then are now in the business of helping others. We've got those stories. And some people are sciencey. They need to know the facts, man, please. They need to know what's going on here. And we got all those too. I mean, Gary Taub's new book coming out, The Case for Keto, is going to blow up the world. I'm telling you, it's going to be a big deal. And we have Gary on before the book comes out. Well, actually, the book will have already come out at that time. But, you know, we get to talk to Robert Lustig about his new book, Metabolical, about metabolic syndrome. And look, gang, I'm here to tell you, and I'm not making light of anyone who suffered through the COVID thing, but the metabolic syndrome pandemic in the world is larger than COVID ever dreamed of being. It's affecting, at the very minimum, 2/3 of the world. Okay, because that's about the number of overweight people in the world, and most of them have metabolic syndrome because they can't not, according to Dr. Lustig. So it's just it's an amazing group of people. We even have chefs that'll tell you what to cook when you're all getting all the stuff. We have it all covered for you. So.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. I would actually love to know, I'd be curious, everyone watching, who you're most excited to see. And I'm going to throw this up. I'm the techie one behind the scenes here. Like,
yeah, no, it's a good question.
Our speakers are up there on the website. I mean, I've had the website there on the screen, quitsugarsummit.com. So obviously register if you haven't. You want to be in the loop. But I'm curious who you're most excited to hear from. I mean, I've been having so many conversations, and even on our last video last week, I saw lots in the comments of people just shouting out to some of their favorites and the people that they're really excited to hear from. So would love to hear from you. Who are you most excited about? Who are you most excited to hear from? And, you know, let's get this energy going. I mean, less than 2 weeks, Mike and I are definitely going to be bringing the energy and pumping you guys up. But, you know, the collective here, we can already feel the shift. We can see more of you guys, you know, on our page and interacting, which is so exciting. So
we have so many regulars, people that come back, friends of the summit, we call them. We keep coming back because we have to have them on. They're just so, you know, so interesting, and their science is new, and what they've learned in 12 months is new. But we've got a lot of new people. I mean, people have never heard of, right? People that are not famous authors or scientists or, you know, whatever. And they seem to be more as compelling as the old vets, you know, the old friends of the summit, and you cannot miss them. And, you know, you can just go over to the quitsugarsummit.com and check it out. You'll see some of the newer names, and, you know, you can research around their website or whatever after you know, Google their name. And you literally got to get a playbook up. Now, unless you want this to be your full-time job for 6 straight days.
7, Mike.
7 straight days. Sorry.
7.
but you know, it's like 40. It'd be about a 60-hour week, right? It's like an hour. Like we're talking 7-8 hours a day for 7 straight days of people that are going to be talking. So you've got to be able to plan it out. So you're not going to be able to watch them all. So make sure you get your plan ready.
Yeah. And we will be releasing a schedule. I know that's a question we often get every year, because we're still adding speakers. Literally, you know, Mike and I both still have some interviews booked. So we'll be releasing that schedule, you know, just a couple days before the summit. And then obviously every day we'll be reminding you who's coming live and stuff like that. So stay tuned. If that's a question that you have, like, who's speaking when? What days should I call in sick from work? Okay, all of them, first of all. But yeah, we'll be releasing a schedule. So don't worry.
We like to surprise you too a little bit.
Yeah.
We like to drop some folks that you wouldn't expect, or folks that a different perspective, a lot of different. We said it earlier, and basically the phrase is, "There's more than one way to the top of the mountain." There's a lot of different ways to do this. At the bottom line, it's sugar reduction, harm reduction. So we see our role in society, whatever, in this event, is to get the information out so that people start the process. If they're sugar addicts, fine, we've got that covered. If they're just harmful use folks, we got that covered. Even the folks that are normies, newbie, or people that are, you know, they're not affected much by sugar, believe me, someone in your life is.
Yeah. And you can be more, you know, better able to share little tidbits of wisdom and you know, inspiration.
You can send them a link.
Yeah, send them a link and get them in there.
Which is one thing brings me to, because I've got to jump off here in a minute, but if this is something that is interesting to you and you think it might help someone, don't be shy. Just send the link. Okay, send it in a Facebook message, send it in a tweet, send it in an Instagram post. just send it out. Like, we need your help in getting this message out. This has become, obviously we're in this pretty deep. This is our kind of labor of love. But for you guys that are just kind of getting into it, sometimes it's nice to have a buddy system. Maybe you can watch different people and then you can kind of compare notes or whatever. But send it out to your friends. Let everyone know that this is happening if it's something that's interesting to you, because it probably would be interesting to someone, who's a close friend or someone who has expressed interest in this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Full disclosure, honesty, everyone watching. I mean, we rely on all of you and all of our speakers and people to spread the word about the summit. Our goal and our passion and our purpose is to help as many people as possible. We want to have 1 million people watching the summit this year. And this is a tall order. And we literally, between Mike and I, we don't know that many people. Okay. We do not know. I don't know 1 million people. Definitely not. So we literally rely on your help to help us spread this and to make this go viral and to spread it worldwide and to have as many human beings as possible getting this information, access to this free information from these experts. So, there's my plea to all of you to
1 million people.
So every post on your Facebook page or on Instagram or on Twitter or wherever, talking about the summit, if you guys want to spread the word, we're forever grateful, because that just gets to help even more people. You never know that one person that's going to see your post that, this changes their whole life. And, that's the goal here. So, thank you in advance for your help and for spreading the word and sharing your own personal story with the summit, or just sharing the link on social media or to all your friends and family, or however that works. We're forever grateful, and let's reach that 1 million people this year. More the merrier.
There you go. It's a great goal. It's a fair goal. We've got almost half of that before last year, so we're gonna do it, and we do need your help in that. So, which just gave me an idea. I'm going to post that up right now as soon as we're done on the site, on the page, and see if we get a few shares out there.
Yeah. Yes, please, everybody. Yeah. Support us. And don't forget, post your questions and comments. I mean, as we get closer to, there's going to be lots of things that come up for all of you. You're going to be listening to speakers and still have questions, right? Because you can't ask them directly. So we're going to be using this page here and these videos. I mean, like I said, we're going to be coming in live every day here to answer questions and connect with you guys, and to really, continue building this amazing support community and network that we've started here on the page with the Quit Sugar Summit. So we're all in this together. Mike and I are here, just, the faces behind it all, but you guys are here in the trenches, and we hope that, you can all support and inspire each other, and don't feel shy to ask questions and get that stuff out there. That's how we all grow and learn. So really excited. And Mike is off to another interview, so we're going to wrap things up.
And I am writing down this idea, this 1 million idea here.
Yes.
You got to write this down. Keep going, Danny. I'm not ignoring you. I just have to, if I don't write these things down, and they just go whoosh.
Oh geez, that's too good. Well, we do hope everybody has an amazing new year. I know in the next couple of days we're going to be thinking about that, and remember, again, it's not all out the window. You can start things now or today. I was actually chatting with a client today who's starting a goal. She's like, I'm starting today. I don't do January 1st. I'm like, awesome.
So important. So important. Right there. I mean, people are always, it's like going on a bender before you go in treatment. It's like you're going out, it takes, by the time January 1st rolls around, you're just like beat up and bloody. You can't even think about, quitting and going through withdrawals in the new year, when you got to get back into the world, get back into life, get back into everything. Rest this week. Yeah. Cut way back on sugar. If you're going to start on the 1st, fine, start on the 1st, but don't be overindulging now. Just get there in some semblance of health. It's so amazing how much better you feel if you just cut back.
Yeah, and hydrate. I have to remind everybody. It's funny, people need a reminder of this, but hydrating is one of the best supportive things that you can do if you're planning to do the January 1st sort of cutoff, or whenever that is, or what you're doing. But it is night and day how you're going to feel, if you spend the next couple days just living on cookies versus you know, making sure your body's getting nutrients and hydration, and then starting on January 1st. I mean, that first week or two can be a little painful with the withdrawal symptoms and with the body reacting, and especially more so if you've gone on that bender before. So just think of that, you know, think of how painful, you know, that first week of January is going to be if you don't, you know, find your moderation right now, right? And look after yourself these couple days leading into it. It's just like going on a fast, right? You know, all the experts that you don't just binge right before a fast. You've got to kind of ease your body into it and off of it as well. So, you know, being gentle with yourself, it makes things so much easier, and you'll be more sane. You won't be as cranky if you do it that way too, right? People in your household will be grateful for that. But
and your workplace.
Yeah, and your workplace or wherever you're going, right? And yourself, you know, having to hang out with yourself. Yeah. So we hope you guys have an amazing year. Yeah.
You don't want to be irritable to yourself, Lim. You want to kick the dog. You're so irritable.
Yeah. It's not a fun place to be. But however way you get there, and whatever your plans are in January 1st, we know that you guys will be there on January 11th to get the extra bump and support that you need. And obviously, you know, we'd love to even hear from you here on this page. I mean, use this page to post your goals. Like, are you going sugar-free January 1st, or what's your intention? What's your goal for the new year around this topic? Obviously, this is something that you're interested in, so there's something coming up for you there. So, you know, post that in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. Again, putting those intentions out there in the world can help keep you more accountable, and we'd love to hear it. We'd love to weigh in and support you. So we're here, and hope everybody has a great new year. Hopefully we're all planning. I'm hoping to take a day or two off. We'll see how that pans out, but.
No days off, no more. That's it. We're on it now.
Yeah.
I'm doing an interview on January 1st.
Wow. Nice. Lucky you.
I'm going to tell you the hint is Dr. Julie. This woman placed in the CrossFit Games.
Oh, Julie. Yes.
Placed in the CrossFit, like second in the CrossFit. This woman is amazing.
Yeah.
And now she's a doctor. Now she's a doctor.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, we will see you there. Well, we'll see you definitely same time, same place next week right here for another live as we pump up with the 1 week countdown, and then we'll be taken away from there. But don't wait to share about this. Don't wait to register, obviously, and help us reach that 1 million people. So amazing, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Take care.
All right. Bye.